So let me welcome Haytham Boutiki, Assistant General Manager for Retail and Private Banking of Jordan Kuwait Bank, in today's interview. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
The Ministry of Finance would like to adopt new methodologies to prepare the budget and also cut spending. How confident are you that these initiatives will help the economy and the financial sector in particular?
Well, I think the financial crisis has taught everybody the importance of tightening up everybody's belts and trying to cut down on expenditure. The government is no different than anybody else. The private sector as well has to cooperate with the public sector and do what it can, where it can, to decrease expenditure and try and help out where it can and be maybe more proactive when it comes to a private-public partnership. Jordan is a rather poor country when it comes to natural resources. However, we're a very rich country when it comes to our human resources, and we are very rich in our culture and our different ancient and historical sites, which provide a very unique experience to the avid and cultured tourist that likes to visit places like Petra and Jarash and the desert castles, and is also a very important place for the different religious groups, whether they be Christian or Muslim, and I think Jordan has a lot to offer. It is a challenging time, and it's a challenging time for everybody. I think that Jordan managed very well to weather the storm, and is coming out much better than a lot of other countries. And we just have to basically put our hand in the hand of the public sector and the government and do what we can on both sides.
Mm-hmm. What are some of the strengths or weaknesses in banking sector in Jordan in particular?
I think that the banking sector in Jordan is a very strong and successful sector, and this is very evident in the fact that it has been targeted by international large players like giants like Citibank and HSBC, Societe Generale, and as well as regional large players like the likes of Blom and Audi and National Bank of Abu Dhabi and the Dubai Islamic Bank, Rajhi now out of Saudi Arabia. This all goes to show that the sector is mature, the sector is well established, very well regulated, and that is evident in the fact that during the times of the crisis, not one single bank had any losses. The banks came out very well capitalized, healthy non-performing loans, provisions were of excellent standard and above the requirements of Basel II and what was required from the regulators. And our central bank is also a conservative, switched-on institution that has also helped the banking sector in weathering the storm and protecting the banks from exposure that could have, in other instances, really affected the banks negatively. Talking about weaknesses, I would say that there are very few weaknesses in the Jordanian banking sector. One of the areas of growing concern might be the fact that Jordan might be overbanked. The competition is increasing between the banks. Today there's roughly 27 or 28 banks in Jordan, and that ends up being good for the consumer who's getting a better service. But for the shareholders of the banks, that is seen as a sort of threat, because the pie will end up being divided more so between these banks.